Recording.
Okay. Hi, I'm Fernanda Balderrama. I'm 26 years old and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. So I actually work and go to the same school. I go to the Catholic Theological Union. I'm studying Hispanic theology and ministry, and I'm a graduate assistant at the school as well. You know what? I was young. I was like about 17 years old when I could say my true conversion story. And my life was calm. I think I was just a very quiet person. I still very much am. But I think I was just kind of feeling purposeless before my conversion. I think there was a lot of turning points, but I think one of them was when I decided to fully give my life to God, and that was when I was 17 years old. And I think I just knew that I wanted to be fulfilled and I wanted to be closer to God. And I don't know, I just felt this sense of purpose, of wanting to do more and wanting to bring other people to God. I don't know, I think it was all kind of like slow movements, but I think my whole like worldview changed. Like I couldn't go about my life without thinking about it through like the perspective of my faith. I think I would just, I don't know, like I would think about like how my actions would affect what other people would think of me in the setting of like my faith, how I just carried myself, what I thought of others. I think that change, it helped me to see others in a very loving and human way. So I think this happened through just feeling kind of alone. I think a lot of people when they're teenagers, they just feel that sense of like loneliness at some point. And although I had friends and really close family, I just felt like something was missing. And I felt this really strange calling to reach out to this person, and it was this girl I went to high school with. I remember her posting on social media that she was going to youth group at our local parish, and I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so happy and like joyful, and she looked like she had what I wanted, you know, that sense of like what I had been missing, she had. And I honestly felt this like feeling, or you know, something in my brain just said like send her a message and ask her if you can go to her youth group with her. And I did. I like thought about it. I was kind of shy about it, but I reached out and she responded. She was very easygoing and she was like, yeah, you can totally come. I think we met up on like Tuesday nights or something, and I went with her and I just kept going like every week, which was a big step for me because like I said, I am shy, but I think I just felt so much love when I was there. I think every time that I was there, God was trying to tell me something, and I felt very moved and I would get really emotional. And I think it was just like the process of keep going, and God would reveal more things to me. And then I just fell in love with ministry and became a leader there, and throughout my life held different leadership positions within ministry, and well, now I'm going to school for it, so yeah, I hope to continue. Just navigating life, and now that I live apart from my family, like I don't have any family in here because they all live in Arizona, is either getting through things by myself or having to lean on to others, so like my closest friends. I think like even like little things, like I think before when I moved here I was like, oh my gosh, like carrying grocery bags upstairs like 3 floors and I'm small is really hard. And now I'm like, yeah, I got this, like who else is gonna do it for me, like I got it, you know. But then also like with things that I can't do, like moving my mattress from one location to the other, obviously I couldn't do that by myself. And I I reached out to my friends, people from my community, and they very willingly and lovingly helped me take my mattress from one location to the other. So I think just learning to know when to like be independent and like say that I'm strong and be that person, but then also being like, yeah, I can't do this on my own. Like, I really need help. There was a lot, and I think some of it was, this was like not too long ago, so I was 24 years old. I was just tired of living a very mundane life in Arizona. I think Arizona is a great place, but I think when you're a young adult, it can get a little boring. And just like I said, I didn't feel too much purpose, and I'm a type of person that like I need to feel purpose like every day of my life. I need to feel like very fulfilled, and like I really did something with my day, and I don't think I was getting that in Arizona. And when I had moved here, I had already known a little bit about Iskali, and I knew that this would be a good place to like flourish, as well as just like being in a new space. You're gonna be challenged, and you're gonna grow because you have to. So I knew I was ready for that. I think I have had in the past too a solid foundation of like that of my faith, just that I'm a daughter of God. Like, I truly firmly believe that, and I think I walk about my life in that way. And I know that whenever I step into a church, like, that is home. So being away from home is never like me really being away. Yeah, I think when I've had really hard moments, I can easily like enter the chapel and feel like I am like with God, and because no one's gonna comfort me in the way that God is. I think it's put me in places with people that are like-minded. I mean, especially with like my community and just Iskali overall. I think, we attract each other, we attract good people, and those people stay. And I think we build off of like just love and support for one another. So I think once you experience God's love, you just want to share it with other people. So, yeah. With just conversion and just growing, I think there's different phases of life that happen. I think one of the things that faith has helped me do is forgive, because I think that's really hard. And I think that's one of the phases that I had to go through in like my adult life. So I think faith definitely helped me to be more like Jesus and see people for their humanness and not their mistakes. And I think it takes a lot of humility. You really have to like set your pride aside to be able to forgive others, and to ask for forgiveness as well. I think that's been really hard, and that wasn't something that I really had to do when I was younger. This year for Lent, I really want to be more present, and I do this like every other year. I'll get off social media, or I get off one specific platform, and then I realize that I've wasted so much time being on that platform. So yeah, I think I want to be more present, but also just also support others. Like, one thing that we're doing at my school is we're gonna dedicate time to support migrants. So we're doing this like volunteer session. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna like hand out maybe clothing or food, but we're gonna dedicate Fridays to highlighting the voices of migrants. My invitation for others is to either give up something that is really going to hurt, so that's going to make an impact. Don't give up something lightly, because yes, it's anything can be considered good, but to really make a sacrifice, give up something that maybe you're used to having all the time, or that is going to help you remind you of like Jesus in those 40 days of his, you know, sacrifice. You know, not forgiving other people just weighs a lot on you. And that's not like a good way to go about life. Like if you think about just in yourself, what would you want? And it's to be free, to live lovingly. And I think about it in the way of like, well, if I had messed up, I would want someone to really like forgive me and to take my apology seriously. So I say, yeah, sometimes you have to think about yourself on the other side of the situation. I would say surround yourself with others that are in the faith, that are gonna help you grow, that are gonna call you out on what you're doing wrong. I feel like I always say that. I say like, please call me out if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to, because I, as a friend, call other people out, and I feel like that is definitely necessary. And it doesn't have to be mean, but it definitely is something that needs to be done in order to grow. Like an adventure. And I think I like always knew that that's what it was gonna be. Especially I think in the last 2 years, it literally felt like God was like holding my hand and running. And I just trusted that it was gonna work out.